A few examples of personality tests are the IPIP-NEO test, the Enneagram, and the Myers-Briggs personality test. The IPIP-NEO test measures 5 factors: extroversion, agreeableness, conscientiousness, neuroticism, and openness to new experiences. Extroversion measures how outgoing a person is. Agreeableness is how well they interact with others. It defines if a person is selfish or are more of a people pleaser. Conscientiousness is how responsible someone is. Does a person plan for the future or goes with the flow? Neuroticism is how emotional a person is. Openness to new experiences is self-explanatory. It measures how open a person is to new experiences and how they'll seek those new experiences. There are much more specific facets that go into detail into who you are in each of these factors. The second test I want to discuss is the Enneagram, which defines you into 9 archetypes, and learning your archetypes helps you define yourself and how a person might approach the world. The Enneagram suggests how a different archetype can healthily approach the world with awareness of fears that each archetype encompasses due to the specific trauma that they've experienced. The Myers-Briggs test defines if you're more introverted or extroverted, if a person is more pragmatic in their thinking or more abstract, and how a person makes their decisions, and if a person is more list-based in how they plan things or more go with the flow. Most personality tests are self-report, so you have to be honest with yourself. You get no benefit in trying to get the results that you want because the goal is for understanding oneself rather than what you want to be perceived as by others. These tests measure what you put in and determines what aspects and facets are most prevalent in their assessment of you. Tests are not definite, but it gives you rough estimations of aspects of yourself. In knowing your personality, you can approach situation with awareness and navigate situations for the best outcomes. You are much more aware of your own feelings. You can be more aware of the actions you will take and how a situation makes you feel. This cognition is the primary focus of things like behavior therapy or behavioral modification. Although personality is defined by environment and biology, you have control over the actions you make. A personality is not 100% static. You can feel what is true about you, and you are self-defining. You know what applies to you. Generally, when something is told to you and hits to your emotional core or your personality core, like you feel that that thing applies to you, but other times you know when things don't apply to you. My personal view is that personality is not static, and I believe that there are more recurring characteristics that kind of control the decisions that you'll make. Understanding yourself can help you modify your behavior. Something that life does not tell you is that the only thing that separates people are their resilience to keep practicing. That's what I've noticed in my own personal life when I attempted to take things up like music and art, but the only thing that really does define a person is their resilience to keep at the thing that they want to master. Usually skills are mastered through lots and lots of practice, and if one person has resilience to do the actual thing and commit, they'll practically learn the skill most of the time. But most of the time, people give up and they have low resilience due to